have a cup of coffee, chat with you guys about resentment. Maybe we can work on this car and do the next right thing. No DoorDash today. Relax today. Evaluate our emotional state and give thanks for who we are and where we are in this moment. I'm grateful. I'm grateful I can be here with you. I'm grateful I can figure out a way to let go of the resentments that bind me at times. And all these resentments are mine. They're from me, not being able to let go. Let's see. Let's get this poll started. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yes. Alrighty, Rhodey. Who do we got in here? Tree Farmer, it's good to see you, brother. How's the broadcast today? Is it any better than it has been? We got some work to do. We got some things to chat about. I'm hoping that we can find a sense of peace through open, honest communication today. There, our brother, Tree Farmer. The Tree Farmer, I don't think I ever really asked you your real name, bro. Ellie, there she is. It's good to see you, Ellie. I've been missing you. I've been hoping that you're all right. I'm glad that I decided to stop in today. Yeah, video is a little clearer. Good. We're sitting outside, literally right next to the Starlink, so we probably should get a little bit more view. How are you? I'm holding it together. Yesterday was a little bit anxious, but today I'm feeling blessed, and I'm reflecting on the beauty and the love that I've been given. I'm here with family, and then that's a beautiful blessing. I have just got home from school. Well, I'm glad that you're here with us, Ellie. Jason, brother, I'm going to still call you Tree Farmer, but I want to know your real name, man. It's good to have you in here. Good to have you part of the community. Today we're going to be talking about resentments a bit. I realize that a lot of my unstable emotional places come from the resentments I hold on myself. These expectations that I pile on me until I can't hold anymore. Even in this moment, yesterday, right? I was feeling off. I was trying to do a live with you guys and express myself and talk about home and what it meant, and I couldn't get into it, and some days that's got to be okay, right? I had to hold resentment against myself, and I carried that resentment throughout the day and was feeling anxious and weird despite the fact that I'm with family. It's that coffee or tea. Well, I don't know about that. Yesterday was my birthday. Well, happy unbirthday to you, Jesse. I'm glad that we can celebrate that with you here in the old camper car. It's a blessing. Did you do anything good for your birthday? We just missed James's birthday by a day too. He had a Mad Hatter team birthday there in St. Louis. Believe it or not, we're on day 7 of New York to California on $100. Part of the resentments I'm holding against myself, I have these grand ideas. If I get on the road, I can get back into doing shorts and I haven't had the ambition. I want to do that. I got all these videos that, me and James made, the buffalo and the good meals and giving thanks and all that stuff and kind of documenting the journey. But I got to let go of those resentments. We got to push forward and give thanks. James, there he is. Good, sir. Jesse, it's good to see you. Thank you for all the comments out there, Jesse. That means a lot. It really does. It helps the channel grow. Just saying hi in the comments is a big thing. They were talking about resentment, Jesse. Not necessarily resentment towards others, but my biggest problem, resentment for myself. Lady J, birthday blessings to you, Ellie. Yes, beautiful. Another true. I briefly got to chat with Mummy, I think is her name, MD's sister. I bring that up because I'm sure Lady J would like to hear. I know that you feel it, like and James too as well, our community as well, reflecting on this amazing member that we had lost. But I was able to chat with her sister a bit and express through MD's channel, which I gotta write that down and I'll put that up maybe the next time. So if you guys want to visit her channel and send condolences, and I'm sure that would mean a lot to her sister. I was able to chat with her sister a little bit and kind of express to her how much MD meant here. As we embody her positivity and hope and love through acceptance and appreciation and communication. Yes, we're hanging in there, brother. Sweet MD. Lynn Baby, I love your videos. Thank you so much. Did you check out the coffee talk? That's something I put a lot of effort into. I got a couple more audios I'd like to do something with that with. Like I said, the shorts are something I'm trying to get back into, but I'm trying to find the ambition without putting all these expectations on myself that'll breed this resentment that I tend to find myself in. But baby, K5J, baby, the compliment means a lot. Appreciate you being a member of the Turtle Herd, right? Doesn't cost anything to subscribe or hit that notification bell, become a member of the Turtle Herd so that you can join this conversation. This started off kind of showing the travels, and I'd like to show the travels and the adventure a little bit more when I get on the ball to make some more shorts, kind of expressing the cool stuff we're seeing as we go, and express thanks to James for allowing us to make a pit stop in his house on our way to Cali, to express thanks to Sally and Rob and my niece for being able to spend some time with them. This sound is annoying me, but it's charging our phone up. I wish I could get myself to sit somewhere and talk to the damn camera like you do. Well, maybe we could figure out a way to help you break that barrier. Maybe we could do like a combo platter one day. I know that you can do like joint lives. Skinny, have a good day, man. Off to work. You don't work too hard there, Skinny. You have a good day too. Reflect on the resentments if you're holding any, and and be honest about it to yourself. About yourself, but not to hold resentments against yourself, but to grow through those resentments, man. That's the one thing that I think has found me a sense of peace, is I realized last night as I laid there and I reflected on the day and how anxious I was still holding resentments against myself. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. Why can't it be this way? And it's like, why can't I just make shorts and like show the adventure? I've missed so much the last trip and this trip, showing on the shorts the way that I had done in the beginning and had this passion to do it. And I want to press the goal, right? Across the country with $100. I want to do all these things, and I can't seem to find the artistic vigor to do it. So I hold resentment against myself. I wish I could get myself. Well, a dream or goal is just a dream with a deadline, brother. You got a wish. Let's put a deadline on it. A couple weeks, man. Maybe we could work on maybe doing a dual live. I'll still be traveling. It's difficult for you to knowing she is gone. It is difficult. It's a painful thing. And I was hoping, I invited her sister in. She expressed that she didn't want to feel like she was taking MD's place. And it's like, you could never, no one could. But I would like her to join us at some point so that we as a community could express, what MD brought to the table. That would be a true blessing. But without expectations, right? I hear you, Ellie. I am just barely hanging in there. Where did Ellie have to say something? I am Ellie. I know how I'm still here. Don't know how I'm still here today, Ellie. Because you're loved and you have the strength. We're going to push through it together, Ellie. There's been a lot of days like that, right? This thing that I'm doing might seem ludicrous, right? You're going to jump across the country on $100. What are you talking about? Like, why, right? Why go to California? Why leave your comfort zone? Why get off that couch? It's because I understand that feeling, right? I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't have the ambition to want to wake up, right? And that's why we're here, right? I want to show the adventure. I want to find a way to get back to that place where we're showing hopeful and vigor and love, and I'm doing some shorts again, and I'm showing the buffalo that me and James seen and expressing my thanks, but that all takes time, right? And I got to drop the resentment. I'm fulfilling the promise I made to myself right now by being here with you in this moment, because I didn't want to do this again today, right? But Ellie, you're getting up and you're doing it, and you're here with a group of people that love you, man. We love you. Because you express yourself, because you're willing to hold on. And it might sound crazy because you understand the struggle. Love you because you understand the struggle. It's a blessing to have you in, Ellie. Beyond words. Have a good day, man. You too, Skinny. Just wanted to make sure we got back. Wish I could. We already read that. A different to be here, knowing she's gone. We already read that one, Kay. Here, I hear you, Ellie. I'm just barely hanging in there as well, says Tree Farmer. I'm supposed to be down in homeless shelter, painting ledges, demand to file documents to file injunctures. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I get it, right? I get it. Thank you for expressing yourself, Tree Farmer, so Ellie can... I know it sounds it sounds asinine and pointless, but to express yourself will alleviate a little bit of that resentment against ourselves because of what we think things should be. I promise you, it'll get a little bit easier. Instead, I'm sitting here over and trying to make sure I have legit and reasonable way to get there and back. Well, you're doing your best. You're doing your best. There, tree farmer, you keep pushing forward. You got to figure out a way to take care of yourself and get there and back. And I hope you figure out a way for things to happen smoothly for you, brother. Thank you for expressing yourself. The kid is acting inappropriate towards me, and he won't stop. How inappropriate? And have you told anybody at school? You've obviously told him to stop. And we could chat about that a little bit more. But first step is to tell somebody and see if they listen to you. You got to muster up the strength. You're not being a rat or a narc if you've told this kid to stop being inappropriate and he keeps being inappropriate and you go to get help. You're being responsible for taking care of yourself there, sweetheart. Green, is it a sin? I've never ever had romantic feelings for anybody at all. I love people, but only in a platonic way. Don't believe me? It's okay. Be honest. I'm 18 years old. It's called asexual, Green. It's a thing. I've got a friend of mine who I believe is like that. I've never seen this friend with anybody. This friend says that they have a certain orientation, but I don't know. This friend, I guess, is the same way, maybe, is my assumption, but it doesn't matter to me. What matters to us here is that you're doing the next right thing and you're expressing yourself. We're talking about resentments today. Are you holding resentments against yourself because you feel that way? Because you feel that's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. It must be rough, right? To be so different from, everybody takes so much pride where they put it and when they put it there, and they have, that makes a difference too. And then you don't have any drive in that way. It's got to be, it could be a kind of chemical imbalance too. I mean, if it's something you want to look into, if you feel less than because you don't have a drive in a certain way, maybe it's something you should look into, Green. If not, if you're happy with the way you are, we're happy with the way you are. Subscribe, stick around for a while, join the conversation. Are you holding resentments against yourself because of this thing that doesn't matter? What matters to us, and I think what matters to a God of your understanding, is kindness, love, appreciation, and acceptance for the people around you. You look like V sausage, or do you? Or maybe I do. I don't know. Vesus. I don't know who that is. Ellie, I don't want to be in school. I'm going to try to tell my parents I need hurt too much so I don't have to go. I wouldn't mislead them, Ellie. Don't mislead your parents. If you're emotionally hurt, you talk to your parents about what's going on. If you don't want to make school a comfortable place through exerting your needs. I know that it's got, for an adult, it's hard, but if you're still in school and you're trying to avoid school, believe me, I know that more than anything. Allie, I grew up, oh my God, I was such a nerdy, dorky little kid. Me and Sally were just talking about this today. I was told during an IQ test when I was 8, one of my first real vivid memories, that I would always be socially intelligent, but I'd never learn to read. And that'd always be something developmentally wrong with me. And they put me in a class with underdeveloped children that were obviously, emotionally, physically disabled and emotionally disabled. And I took trips out of that class to the normal class. Like, I used to hate school. Like, I had to go to school and be in class with, understand, like, that and then I had to go to this other class and get picked on by all these kids and be persecuted by my peers and be treated like I was something else because my mind worked differently. And I was told I'd never learn to do this simple thing that everybody else is just doing. And, so they never put any effort into teaching me. And I held on to that stigma and that resentment against myself for many, many years, Ellie. And I'm telling you, it's not worth. Please don't avoid school because this person's treating you that way. I wish, and I wish someone would have told me that I should have expressed. I could express myself in a way that would change the scenario. That this is what's going on. I'm being treated this way. I didn't realize why I was being treated that way. I didn't realize, I just thought it was me and I was some dorky, weird person that would never fit into society. And I was always going to be treated that way and I deserved to be treated that way. And that's not the truth. You know, the truth was they didn't know how to handle my learning style, my mind, you know, to be declared highly intelligent, but disabled at that age is ridiculous. And then to be persecuted by your peers is even more ridiculous. So Ellie, stand up to that. Have the strength today. I'm sending you strength and love, Ellie. Send Ellie some hearts and some love so that she can go in and tell your teacher, tell your mother the truth, Ellie. You know, whether they understand it or not, whether your teachers understand it or not, you got to tell the truth. And hopefully that'll be enough to find one day you'll be able to go to school and find a sense of peace because that kid won't be picking on you anymore, right? Because you'd fixed it. You stood up to it in a proper way by asserting yourself and your needs to be healthy and what you deserve. And then you can go to school and you can learn, you can grow. Don't do what I did. Don't separate yourself and become, I went the other route. I was so ashamed that I lashed out, and I started to be seen as the crazy kid that would flip a desk if you asked him to read in class, and the one that could get you what you needed and didn't give a shit about nothing. And that persona felt so much better than being treated like I had, some mental disability that separated me from my peers, that it destroyed my ability to grow for a while. And I did that as a defense mechanism, didn't know any better. I'm imploring you to reach out and do what's right for you, Ellie. Lady J, Maria's family may find some solace knowing how much she did for others. People, her loving wisdom was yeah. And that's what I was expressing to her, Lady J. Is I gotta, if you look at one of my last lives, I asked, she was under a different name because she gets whatever. I can't even remember it. I got to write it down to make sure that you guys have that name. You can go to her. I was asking her to, in one of the last shorts, not the last one I just posted yesterday, but a couple, I think it's the one before that with the painting the houses, or the one before that. There's a conversation in there between me and her where I'm asking her to, get me the Discord link. It's like that's her actual account where her sister has posted some stuff, some flowers and some tributes to her. But yeah, that was my same thing, Lady J. I was saying the same thing to her sister. Like, I invited her in knowing that we could express our love and appreciation, and maybe that would help her, and maybe that would help us, because this is a weird way to grieve for us too. I'm grieving for MD, and I'm sure you are too. She's, I know James is. We got to sit face to face and talk about it. It's a strange thing to grieve someone who was a part of our life the way that she was, right? We didn't get to go out and have meals with her, but I got to chat with her on Discord, got to see her face, got to, she reached out to me in my dark times when I go black here and I don't reach out and chat with you guys. She was there. She was always coming in here and getting people to express themselves through her expressing the pain she's been through so that we could weather the burden together. I'm pretty sure, I don't want to take it away from Crank. I don't know if it was Crank or her, the first person that said the turtle herd, but she absolutely loved that concept. That we were the turtle herd, that we were going to do something positive to try to help people learn and grow and drop the resentments that they're holding for themselves because of the pain that they're in. And she was an amazing, amazing gift from Creator that I would love to express to her sister. I'd love her sister to be a small part of this group, a big part of this group, to stop in for 5 seconds and see how much she was loved. I'd love for you guys to go on MD's channel and express that love, if possible. We'll figure that out, whatever feels right when it comes to that. But yeah, there's something more that I think we could do for MD because she was such an amazing part of this. There's something more I want to do, right? I want to feel like I could do something. And I know there's not much you can do in the face of death. But I do want to send my condolences. I want to do more than just send prayers and love to this amazing human being who made our community such a blessed place. Hit the like button, says James. Yeah, your thumbs won't fall off there, good sirs and madams. If they do, we always thought they shouldn't have. Ellie, Tree Farmer, you're amazing. Ellie, you're amazing. Thank you for acknowledging our brother, Tree Farmer. You are beautiful and loved. Lady J, you are absolutely amazing, and I appreciate that sentiment, because I lose track of that through my resentments that I hold on myself because of these expectations that crush me. So much pain, yet so much love and understanding. To be honest, okay, Ellie says, the school knows and pretty inappropriate, knows a pretty inappropriate. So the school knows. We'll keep telling them every little thing. You gotta, if he still is being inappropriate, you got to make sure that you got to make sure you're taking care of yourself. You got to protect yourself and figure out a way to get this kid to stop. You got to talk to your parents about it. I'm not sure, Ellie. I don't know everything, but I do know that if you can figure out a way to yourself at this age, and do what's right for you, you'll be a lot healthier than an adult, a lot sooner than I am. I'm striving to be this healthy adult now. That's still a struggle because of certain things, and we want to help you here, Ellie. We want to help you. Sounds much like pain, yet so much love and understanding. I think love and understanding comes through pain, right? How can you truly have empathy if you haven't felt it? I met Al had some empathy for anxiety, even though he never felt it, but he was a kind and empathetic soul. But it's very few and far between that you can have empathy for something you don't understand. I remember being a child and bitching at my mom because she couldn't get out of bed because of her back, and just thinking, what are you talking about? Like, because I never had my back hurt like that. Well, my back went out in my early 20s, and believe me, I started to understand that. I understood that real quick. It's been happening for a few weeks, and he found it funny getting told off. Well, this is something that you got to continue conversating with your school people about. Make sure that they understand that he thinks it's a joke and that you need to be protected and you don't feel safe, Ellie. You deserve to be protected. You deserve to express yourself. You deserve to do it in the right way. I'd hate to tell you to handle it any other way and be this defining factor that makes you stand your ground in another way than just asking for help. But just keep in mind, if somebody hurts you, stand your ground. There's a reason that if you're backed up against the corner, the law says it's okay to defend yourself, if you're physically in harm. I worry about you thinking about this escalation of what this psychotic kid, but don't go. That's not the first solution. That should be the 1,000th, if you just keep in mind that you need to keep yourself safe first. That's all I'm trying to express. I don't want you to hurt nobody. I don't want you to whatever. I followed that path too for a while. And hurting people that hurt you feels good for a minute, but it does nothing but add to this pool of pain and that we live in. So try to do everything we can way before that, Ellie, I guess. I've been able to make an instant amount of headway, and I'm doing great things online with AI, but still need human beings. Damn straight, brother. I get you on that. Me and Rob created a cartoon last night that I'll probably be popping onto his shorts here soon. It's called Eddie Morbo. We're creating it with AI, and it should be fun. Rob's really into AI, and I've dabbled with it a bit. I think AI can be an awesome tool. That's cool, man. I got to check out your channel a little bit more, Tree Farmer. A couple things that I've learned through this, not that I'm a professional, I know what the hell I'm doing, is consistency. And the shorts are all about, the glamour shots and the quick little whatever. You want it nice and quick. You want to end the short before the person stops watching it. Because if they watch it all the way through or in a loop, then more people are going to watch it. The shorts are not to tell a story. The shorts are to get people engaged and get people interested to check out your channel. Now, most of what I do on my channel, as I tell all the story through everything gets told through shorts, basically, because I am not good at making long forms. I mean, I tried that. You can see a couple of my first original long forms that are kind of cringy now. It's just me putting my video journal out there. I kind of dropped most of the episodes because they were just weird and they made me feel anxious about having up there, which maybe I shouldn't have, and maybe we'll release those again in the future once but slow and steady, man. The one thing too, the expectations I put on myself with this place, this thing is that, it's not growing, I'm failing just like everything else. And it's like, this will always be here, right? As long as we keep maintaining this relationship, as long as we keep maintaining this conversation, this will be here. We have all the time in the world. Yeah, I do feel like I'm in this moment, I should be making shorts, kind of documenting as I go, so I have this linear kind of view. I do like looking back at some of the older shorts, like, oh, I remember being there and making this short and doing this thing was really awesome. And I wish I had the ambition. Maybe I'll make some shorts today I keep making serious threats about that, but this is enough. I said I'd do this. I said I'd get moving and drive from New York to California. I'm doing it, right? Don't give out advice since you seem dopey. 21. How about you don't take my advice if you think it's dopey. I've been there and I've been through it. I understand emotional struggle. I understand a lot of things in a way that a lot of people might not understand. So I'm going to keep giving advice the way my father did to the best of my ability. Am I right? I never said I was right. I'm seeking the truth. And I'm expressing what I've been through so that hopefully my brothers and sisters out there, the Turtle Herd members, can set down the boulder of pain sooner than I have. I tend to pick up that boulder still. So yeah, 21, stick around for a while. Maybe you should give us some advice then, 21, instead of trying to hand me the boulder of pain. Your resentment is not welcome here, but you are if you want to set it down. It's okay, Green, if you makes you happy. Yeah, it is okay. Thank you, Allie Green. She's a sweetheart, right? Waters, what makes you feel unstoppable? Water. If you're still there, I know I'm trying to catch up. What makes me feel unstoppable? When I can find myself in that in the moment, when I can allow myself to flow through and be expressive and feel beautiful and feel loved and to not be weighed down by the weight of the world and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. When I let go of resentment, it makes me feel unstoppable. You know, that manic end where I can do anything, be anything, I can fix anything, and I know where I'm heading and why, even if that why is to experience love along the way and to make connections with my fellow human beings, my brothers and sisters out there. That makes me feel unstoppable. Water, what makes you feel unstoppable? Please express yourself. Help me, help you. We're going to help each other find a way to feel that way a little bit more. With mental health like most of us. He probably is struggling with mental health like most of us. I'm the opposite. I love a lot of ladies too much. Yeah, James, you are a resident OG lady crusher, Grandpa James. Old, what with the craziest in the world? Probably ahead of the game. With the craziest in the world. Old, I'm not sure. Old grumpy guy. What are we talking about? With the craziest in the world? Probably ahead of the game. I'm not sure exactly. I appreciate you commenting. But yeah, we're expressing ourselves open and honestly here. It's okay to be a little crazy. It's okay to be off kilter. What's normal, right? What's normal? Normal is shutting your mouth and going to work and sitting in the cubicle and not saying the thing. Normal is pressing down your emotions until you feel like you're going to explode inside, holding resentments against the world because of what you think it should be. All that's normal, right? If that's normal, I don't want it. I don't care anymore. Call me crazy. Call me eccentric. I want to be able to get up and get moving and connect with the people I care for. I want to be able, is it normal for me to meet James in St. Louis, a man I've never physically met before? You know, a lot of people would say no. Is it normal for me to meet Crank and Scott W. and to be here at Sally's when I could be at home making money, fixing the house and taking care of the bunny and whatever? Maybe it's not normal. I know it's not normal, right? The norm is to get up and do the 9 to 5. The normal is to be the sheep that we've been conditioned to be. That's the normal. Well, if you want to be normal, I'm not going to judge you for that either. But I'm when it comes to that river, I'm flowing against the current. Normal, you know. I don't want a cubicle. I don't want to dilute myself into thinking I'm okay through some monotonous daily grind. You know, what's normal? Ellie, well, my knee does hurt. My parents know about it. Well, I expressed you the little old key. What is the craziest in the world? We appreciate it. We are the craziest here. Yeah, stick around I'm catching up on the comments, guys. You just give me some time. I'll make sure everybody's heard. Ellie, you just keep telling your parents exactly what's going on. Keep having conversations with your parents. That's one thing that I hope that you can, you know, make sure that door of communication with these people who care for you doesn't close at the right time. You know, tell them about your day and don't lose track of that. That's something that I wish I would have had a little bit more of a connection with my mother. And, you know, when I found my spiritual father, I'm glad that we were able to have that connection, that sit down and have a real conversation with each other. Hawanase was taught me that those moments sitting there speaking openly meant more than anything, and that's what we take with us. These moments, this moment here, Ellie, right now, is what we take with us when we go to that other place. It's the only thing we take with us. It's the connections we make, and I believe that wholeheartedly. School today isn't school. It doesn't learn anything. I would have to agree with you that I haven't been in school in a while. They're old, but it doesn't seem like it. School today is just a place where you hate. And I'm sorry. Help yourself to change that there, sweetheart. I hated school as well. Ellie, love and respect yourself. You are worth it. Deserve better. We just got to fight for it. You are not alone. Yes, Lady J, thank you for sending love to our little one there. You are loved, Ellie. And you got to rock the boat. You got to do what feels uncomfortable. You got to say the thing. You got to stand up for yourself. You got to allow that black dog to stand its ground to protect you, while also feeding the kindness in the world. You can't always be kind and gentle. You'll get steamrolled, right? You got to be able to stand your ground. That's what we're learning together here. No one person is any better than another. Don't live any other way. Thank you, old guy. Old grouchy guy. You seem like you're a pretty good old grouchy guy. Welcome in, old grouchy guy. I hope you subscribe, brother. Hope you become a member of the Turtle Herd. A lot of wisdom there, it seems like. You're right. Don't live any other way. Nobody's better than the other. No amount of money, it might make you feel superior, but I've realized that none of that matters. I know some people that have an obnoxious amount of money and they're miserable because the people around them only care about their money, and their children are spoiled and don't understand the value of anything because they've been given a place to live and a car and anything they've ever needed their whole life. And they've never struggled, right? They made sure their children never struggled. Well, without struggle, we don't have growth. I'm a firm believer of that. Without struggle, there is no growth. And it's hard to be on fire. It's hard to be in that struggle. But on the other side of it, we realize how valuable it is. All this pain and struggle and torment that you're going through, Ellie, will make you a more beautiful and defined human being. We just got to, we got to do it together, right? If we do it together, it'll be a little bit easier. I promise you that. Ellie, look, most of us go to YouTube for entertainment purposes, not explanation to view psychology in front of you. You will grow, and you will grow and make at least one friend. Thank you, 21, for backing up our friend here who's struggling. Yeah, growth hurts, brother. Jess, I had two friends at library day. One of this that passed away. One of our friends, James, passed away. Well, we're praying for your friends, Jesse. We appreciate you. You got a group of friends here that care for you. You got a new friend you met at Duncan who appreciates you stopping in and chatting and commenting on some videos. This is bipolar 2. I'm out. Well, it was good meeting you, 21. Good meeting you. And hope you find a way to love yourself enough to push forward and let go of the resentments you're holding on to yourself so you can have a real conversation there, good sir. Maybe become part of the Turtle Herd. Subscribe. Double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. Join the Turtle Herd. Slow and steady, we weather the burden together. And as I do my best to drop the resentments that I hold upon myself, through open, honest communication, I implore that you do the same. At 1 a.m., 21st, it was all joined together to take 5 minutes to, let's say, out loud, peace, love, unity, respect. Our love and energy is power. On the equinox at 1 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, 21st of March. If we all join together and take 5 minutes to feel and say out loud, peace, love, unity, respect. Our love and energy is power. Thank you, Lady J. I think that's a good goal. To make sure we keep that reminder. We got a few days off. We'll have to remind, since I have about a 4-second memory span. Usually just do the quick little blurb with a shout to the sky over top of the wolf garden and the howling itself. That sounds beautiful. Yes. Manifest destiny through the energy we put out here into the world. Thank you, Lady J. That means a lot that you feel that way about me. Don't worry about being sorry, Ellie. Big hugs, peace and love. Good morning. It's good to see you, 366. Thank you again for your comment on the community page. It meant a lot, right? You're right. Part of these resentments that I'm feeling for this trip is that it isn't what it was before, right? And ever since the first amazing one where I made it to Key West before this YouTube channel even started, I've been comparing each trip after that to that one to the next one. You know, trying to set myself as free through the same routine, expecting the same things, and all these expectations of breeding resentment. And I appreciate that reminder. It meant a lot, 366. So good morning to you. And normal is subjective. Damn straight it is. Great Scott Gaming. I hope you're still here, brother. How are you doing, buddy? We're reading the comments today. We're getting caught up. What to tell you, I've been feeling better lately, taking steps to choose to feel better, stopping getting tanning and vitamin D, and yes, gaming. That's absolutely amazing. We've hit the bottom in gaming. Yes, thank you, brother. I highly recommend you go to Walmart and get yourself some L-theanine. It's a herbal medicine that helps me a lot. It's something worth trying that won't, doesn't really have, I haven't felt any side effects, but those herbal medicines are something worth trying. It's been helping me to find an emotionally stable place, I believe. But yeah, dude, I think it's great that you're taking those steps, man. Those small steps, right? Now that you're starting to take those small steps, you can see how much they help, man. That's beautiful. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad you're taking those small steps. It's a beautiful reminder for me that I'm doing the next right thing by taking those steps too, right? I'm here with you. We're taking those steps together. I got off the couch and I'm moving forward. And yeah, it might seem ludicrous. How are you going to make to California on $100? We got a DoorDash app. I got a gym membership, and I've got a few people I want to see along the way that have opened their love and their doors. I mean, James, I don't want to blow up James' spot too much, but he had helped us out a lot. We're going to be doing some fun stuff on James. He wants us to do a little bit of gambling along the way somehow. So we're going to figure that out. Not necessarily a gambler, but James wants us to do a little gambling. He financed that. He wanted to throw a couple dollars towards a hotel room that we'll get to take a break once we jump off here towards California. So we'll be able to, for sure have to at least get one room one night and get out of this car as we make that next 30-hour jump from here to there. We went and did some door dashing together. That was a huge thing. We had a couple good meals together. Got to chill in his man cave. All that stuff happened because I said yes, man. Because I said yes, brother. Thank you for saying yes, Gaiman. Thank you for allowing yourself to know that you don't know, and to kind of take the advice to the turtle herd here and just do a little something for yourself. It seems like that little something you're doing for yourself is making a big impact, brother. And I'm proud of you. And I'm really glad that you're here, man. Makes me feel like I have a sense of purpose. Like we're finding our way out of that darkness together, man. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to share. Thank you, Lady J. Especially as men, that's something that we're told that, I get it. We're all kind of, our feelings and our emotions are set aside. But as men, that's the only thing I can remark on, You're told to be strong for the people around you. You're treated like your emotions are second par and that you shouldn't have them. And especially for an emotional young man the way I was, that was a hard thing. And thank you, Lady J, because yes, how you feel is worth recognizing. Now, should it dictate your next move? No. And that's something that I have to admit that I fall into. I let my feelings dictate my next move sometimes. A lot of times for the last few months before I jumped off on this adventure, before I decided to take the ludicrous step to see if I can make it to California on $100. If you think I can't, well, we're already at $250, plus a little bit of cash in hand that we've been donated, plus a box full of food. The car's running well. We're charging the phone now. We're here, with my niece and my family and some valued members of the turtle herd. Miss Sally and Misled Utopia. Check out Misled Utopia's channel. On that fact, too, Gaiman, check out Rock the Bluff. All you got to do is Google it, brother. Check out Rock the Bluff. We'd love to have you come. Tree Farmer, Rock the Bluff. You're invited at the end of July. Maybe that would be a way for us to kind of make, break ice, man. Come up and enjoy the festival for a couple of days. I got some VIP passes where, We can make sure that you guys got a place either in a tent here at Sally's or, something or on the grounds there. We're figuring out as we go. But Rock the Bluff is going to be absolutely amazing. Ellen, I don't know. Okay, feeling it is okay. Yes, Felon, I am proud of you. Sad it is reflecting to suffering from it. You're such a sweetheart, Lady J. We're so lucky to have you. More of a goldfish than a turtle. Sometimes I also forget what we're saying. Oh my God, I'm right with you, Lady J. Mid sentence sometimes. Round and round we go. Right, you just keep on swimming. Yeah, I can be kind of clueless at times, but I feel blessed in this moment more than it takes that weird, awkward day for some reason that I'm holding all these resentments against myself. I want to clean out the car. I want to do this. I want to do that. I got to get moving. And it's like, take a breath, man. I woke up I reflected last night on resentment and wanted to chat a bit about that because I realized that I'm still holding resentments against myself, man. Stop that shit. I'm going to stop it right now. And gaming, the fact that you're dropping those resentments and you're starting to take care of yourself, you're doing those little things, man, that means the world to me because I know where you were when you came in here. You're in the same place that I end up in, that dark abyss of pain, loss, bullshit that wants to lash out to the world. Well, I'm glad that this community can help you turn that around. 366, my husband said, if you go anywhere near Cincinnati, Ohio, be ready, careful, the fog is thick and get to the roads. We don't have to worry about that. We're in Merom, Indiana right now. We did do a little backtracking from St. Louis. We are heading southwest from here. We won't be headed back through Ohio for a while. So, but tell your husband, 366, I said, thanks for the heads up, and we appreciate all the communication that you guys are having here. Peace and doves, just say hi, y'all. Yeah, well, hello to you too. We're interested to see if our brothers and sisters out there hold resentments against themselves the way I do, and if we recognize them, or if we're able to let them go. I think right now I'm feeling like I'm letting it go. I feel like in a beautiful, blissful place. I'm in my comfortable little bubble here. I'm with family. Sally made an amazing breakfast this morning. I don't see her in here. Maybe she's busy. I thought I'd let her know we were going live. I was hoping we'd see her in here at least. I know that he said something about saying hi on camera yesterday. I feel weird putting people on camera, like James and Sally and stuff, unless they're into it. So, what are you doing, bro? What is going on? I think this thing might be in the bed. There it goes. It's working now. That's what we're using to charge the phone because it's a supercharged, turbo-powered charger, so it's better you got to let the car run for the inverter, but there is peace and love here. There is. Thank you, peaceful doves. We love your face. Game, and I appreciate you. Just hearing the honesty about it all inspires me to dig myself out any way I can. I know my God will make a way, and I want it to be made. Yes, Gaiman, you're blessed, man. You make me feel so damn blessed, dude. I'm like overwhelmed. I want to tear up, right? This making me feel valuable, man. When I'm in that dark place, when I listen to the whisper, right? When I'm sitting there on the couch for months on end, I have no value, and that's reality. I make that reality through manifest destiny, through emotional alchemy. I make my reality a painful, dark place, man. It's invigorating to be here with you in this moment and see the transformation, brother. And I'm not saying that it'll always be that way. It won't always be that way, right? We'll hit speed bumps, we'll hurt again, and be here for each other. Since I've started this channel, I've had a couple stints of some few dark months that I've had to figure out a way to pull myself out of, and you guys are always here, and that means a lot. I was sitting with James a couple days ago, and I'm like, why does this guy want anything to do with me? And then as our conversation developed, I realized that no matter what you have in comparison to others, what people might look like you have from the outside, that it can be hard, man. I'm not trying to blow up James's spot and what we talked about, try to walk softly on that, but from the outside looking in, right, compared to a lot of people, James might, and he has a lot, right, but that doesn't mean that devaluates certain feelings he might have because of what he still strives to have, what he's still striving to do and to be, right? Breaking that norm, no matter how comfortable it is hard, right? Getting out there and getting moving. can be hard, and that open, honest communication really made me realize some things, man, that I am valuable, that there is a reason that we're buddies, that I don't know. I'm doing my best to figure it out. But yeah, dude, Felon, little game, and I am not from the U.S., but as far as I aware, you can use any Planet Fitness. Yeah, once you get, it's $25 to get a Planet Fitness membership where you can use one anywhere across the country. Yeah, $25, gaming, anywhere across the country. That's what I use to bathe along the way, because I got to stay clean. But yeah, man, you can take a shower and park in their parking lot. A lot of them are 24 hours, sleep right in the parking lot. So far, I've stayed in a hotel parking lot in a couple rest areas on this particular trip, but I've stayed in hotel park. With the car I've got, man, I just put the window blockers up, and you're kind of incognito. You park behind a hotel. I've never had a problem. Most of the time, Walmart parking lots, or hotels, or rest areas along the way. God, it's becoming so beautiful out. We're gonna have to go and take a little walk here in a minute. I was hoping Crank would come in. James, we're having some problems with my brother's car. I don't know if you know much about vehicles. That does sound fun. That's super cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, blah 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 da da. IDK, sup IDK? Showing appreciation and acceptance for you being here today, brother. Talking about resentments that build up because of the expectations we put on ourselves, and how together as a group we could set down those resentments, man. I feel free of those resentments in this moment, speaking clearly and fluidly and expressing myself in a beautiful way. Having a game plan for the day has helped me to drop the resentments I have on myself. We're going to do this, then I'm going to work on my brother's car a little bit. Maybe we could charge the phone up enough. We could look at it together. Any thoughts you guys might have about why it isn't starting? I'm not a mechanic, but Al always taught me how to, you start from the beginning, right? We're going to see what's going on. I think the battery might be a little bit low. It's struggling, but maybe it's got a little bit less juice. It seems like the starter's engaging, but we'll get your thoughts on that if you guys know anything about cars. You got the VIP passes to the festival. I take a Greyhound up there. Damn, Felon. Yeah, bro, you got a VIP pass. Without a doubt, brother. We'll put you on the list. I can put a physical pass in your hand. Anybody who comes to see me, we're going to figure it out. We got some, we might have to bring a tent or something. Because there's camping spots there. If those get overflowed, we got Sally's house, which isn't too far from here, that will make sure that the people that come to see me have a place to set a tent. There's a place for a bonfire in her backyard. Wait till you see how amazing and beautiful. She's literally surrounded. She's the only house, right? This little lot, you'd have to say probably about an acre, little wooded lot with little, that'll, it's a really beautiful place out here in Indiana. But yeah, you're more than welcome. Check out the festival page and make some game plans. Still got 5 months. Would need to buy a ticket to the pass. Would you to the gate? No, we're gonna gaming. If you're coming, you're on the list, brother. You just have to give us your name. We can figure that out, and you'll be on the list. You just tell them your name, and then you'd find me. I'll be the maitre d'. I'm gonna. That was part of my anxiousness yesterday. I got here, I was all excited. We talked about what I could do, and I was like, I want to be the maitre d'. I want to introduce the bands. I want to interview the bands, and then I fall into this anxiety weirdness, and then that's another thing. Am I going to be good enough? Well, you know what? You're talking to Rob. He's a little bit nervous. It's going to be Willie Nelson's granddaughter is going to be headlining. Wait till you check out the website for Rock the Bluff, man. 25 amazing bands. You can see the list of bands and click on where their music is and check their music out. It's gonna be a blast, man, and I'm gonna be maitre d', and we're gonna be live streaming the whole thing as well. If you can't make it, we're gonna be doing some interviews. I'm gonna be doing interviews with each and every band. I'm gonna be introducing bands, giving thanks. I'm gonna be, talking about our sponsors, and I'm gonna be doing the thing on the stage, getting everybody ready, keeping everybody informed. Yeah, brother. I'm trying to get James to come down. He's only 3 hours away. Him and his wife. We'll see how it all plays out. We got months. Used to go to festivals nonstop. Yeah, and it's gonna be a rock festival, right? Rock and blues, and I think there's one like kind of punkish ska band who's kind of cool that most of it's like rockish blues, bluegrass kind of thing, and it's gonna be a blast, man. Let's go, fella. I can build a bonfire. Then we will dance around it. Damn straight, Lady J. Hopefully you got 5 months. I know you're not from here, but if you could make it over here, Lady J, how much of a blessing would that be to for us all to kind of meet together and have a place to sit around the fire and chill and you know, experience it. Check out Rock the Bluff, man. I know it might be expensive from where you're at to get a ticket to fly here, but you get flown here, Lady J, I'll come pick your ass up, and we'll chill the weekend away. You know, hopefully we get a nice little group of us Turtle Herd members. That would be amazing. How awesome would that be? We got plenty of time to figure it out, good, bad, or even when I am not in the comments, I am always with you. Thank you, Lady J. I feel you always. Lady J has commented on every short I've ever made, which is absolutely amazing. Our number one fan. The other thing, I guess, what you can do now, too, is you can hype videos. So if anybody wants to, like, you know, play some videos and hype them, that'd be great. I've got a playlist that is some of the, you know, a whole bunch of the older lives. Maybe you could put that on and let it roll overnight with the volume down. You know, there's plenty of things the Turtle Herd members out there can do to help stimulate the algorithm, if you're up for it, and if not, we're not worried about it. But I would like this conversation to grow, man, without expectation, so I don't have resentments on myself. But just some of these things that have like crossed my mind, that if you're, you know, like Lady J, commenting on every short is a huge way to like boost their channel, to boost the conversation, and for you to understand, you know, more about what we do here and what I've been through, and you know, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to show the adventure, but also be real about mental health and be an advocate, and also, you know, help our brothers and sisters out there that are dealing with addiction, because I've seen and lost to that, and you know, it's a lot. It's a whole lot at times. 366, yeah, my 7-acre farm doesn't stop my mental illness. That's awesome. You got a 7-acre farm. No, yeah, the hard work will help though, right? Everyone has struggles, damn straight, gaming. But the problem is we think that we're the only one in it because no one talks about it, right? And then there's a stigma on saying it, right? And then also even with me, right? Like, who cares and why does it matter? It matters. You matter. Just want to put that out there. I have a 112-acre farm here in Kentucky, and I have been looking for people to come here and plant stuff. Johnny Appleseed, if nothing else. That would be awesome, man. I know, we got to figure this out too, but slow and steady, man. And I'll be real with you. It's caused me a lot of anxiety. I wish I could do more, right? I hold these resentments against myself because you never got the camper car in your hands, and then I haven't gotten there to see you, and you seem like a great dude, and you know, and you're looking for a little bit of help, and I like to be of good use. But also I gotta understand you're still here, right? You're still here. You still appreciate what we bring to the table. You're a good dude, and that means a lot. 366, hey, in Kentucky also. Well, there you go. Where in Kentucky are you located, 366? Maybe, you know, you and your husband and tree farmer could grab, you know, could form a friendship and help each other out on each other's farms or something. What's wrong with the car? Oh, no, you're talking... with the Astro van, it won't start. It's like struggling to start, James, is what it's like. Trying. I'm going to hook the battery pack to it here in a minute. Let's get to that. Year, make, and model. It's Chevy Astro van. I'd say we could go take a look at it now, actually. Let's see where our things are. Let's see. Yeah, we got enough power. Let's go take a look at the Astro van. Let's turn this car off. Get the Astro van. Let's take a year, make, and model. I'll let you guys kind of, if anybody knows about vehicles or whatever, we'll chip away at this. Not that I'm a mechanic either, so. Oh, but yeah, let's take a look here first. Look at this. Ellie's beautiful home. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Merom, Indiana. Surrounded by farms. We got some videos of them harvesting soybeans over there last year. It's like that all around her house, right? Take a nice walk down the street. It's nice and warm in a t-shirt today. Yeah, blessed to be here. Let's take a look at this Astro van. If anybody out there, if you know anybody who's a mechanic, maybe invite them in if you're out there listening. Because I am not, and I don't pretend to be a mechanic at all. But as Al used to say, you don't need to be a mechanic, Scotty. You're poor. You need to get out there and fiddle with it because you need a car that runs. But yeah, let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening with it. When you go to start it, that's it. Ooh, it might be a fuel problem too. Oh, it's but I make plans for that then. Yeah, take some time. We'll make plans for that then. Let's look down. Really do love Kentucky in life. Florence is beautiful. You good enough, Scott? Don't. Thank you so much, Gaiman. You're good enough too. One of the things I'm working on most is trying to leave the house for stuff. Me and my husband are definitely going to try to come. I've never been to anything like that. Yeah, so the 366. This is something that my brother Rob from Misled Utopia is organizing completely, and we'd love to have you if you can make it. Possibly if you and this might be a far shot, and it's 5 months away, and it's going to put people on the spot, but maybe between us we could figure out a way to get Tree Farmer here if he's interested in coming. Now, I mean, you'll have to worry, you have to bring some cash for food, and you have to feed yourself for 3 days and bring some tents and stuff maybe. But if you guys bring some tents and some food, or you bring a camper, we'll figure out how to accommodate you, and you won't have to worry. It's $50 for 3 days. For the bands and the art exhibits. It's an art and music festival, but anybody who's coming to hang out with me will at least not have to worry about that expenditure. Sorry, I'm back. It's okay, Ellie. Sarah, do you poop yourself today? I did not. Almost though. I had one that question that I was questioning. But I did not. Thank you for asking there, sweetheart. So concerned about me and my pants. Thank you. Wow, Ellie, is she okay? What happened? I had to go. My grandma was having I'm sorry to hear that, beautiful. Your grandma's probably an amazing human being, and I dealt with dementia with my grams. Oh wow, Ellie is back. Is she okay? We hope she's all right. We hope you're all right, Ellie. Scott, you are valued so much, more than you realize. You have helped so many people. It's hard to see that at times. I'm glad that you think so, Lady J. That's what this grew into, right? I was kind of disappointed in myself for a while because it was, at first, right, the shorts and the videos were all about the adventure, right? And it turned into this thing where we're trying to get people to communicate so that they can hold on. I would hate for anybody to take the step that my brother took and take a permanent solution to a temporary problem, whatever's going on with you, and leave this world. And I still struggle with that, man. I don't want to leave this world, but I just want to be able to live and feel content. And there's still times where I struggle with my value. But anyway, that's either a fuel problem or a start problem. It kind of sounds like a fuel problem because it's really given juice. Let's see what anybody has to say about it. Sarah, that's not weird at all. Where are we here? Sarah. It's not weird at all, Sarah. It's not weird. Let me change this thing. The filter. I always forget to do this and put it on all messages, and then I feel like I'm missing people's comments. But yeah, you got to go into the thing and blah, blah, blah. Fuel. It does sound like fuel, doesn't it, James? I have helped my dad in cars. Ellie, awesome. Oh my God. Maybe your dad would have an idea, Ellie. I mean, he's probably busy. We're not trying to whatever, but you could always go back later on and show him this section of video and be like, this is what it sounds like. This is what we're working on. It does sound like a fuel issue, maybe a fuel pump. We might be spending a few days here. I mean, I could drop this gas tank and change the fuel pump, save my brother some money. I'm not a mechanic, but with a set of tools and like Gail says, you don't need to be a mechanic. You're poor. You need to get out there and do it. Get out there and fiddle with it. I was hoping that it might be an electrical thing. It might be an electrical thing. He said that this is the first time it's not started. So I'm going to hook my battery bank up to it first. That's the first thing we're going to do. Maybe it's a little bit low on electricity, and then maybe give a little tap-a-rooney on the starter, because the starter might not be engaging fully. But it sounds like the starter's engaging fully, right? Am I wrong? Because it's like, it's not tick, 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 tick. That would be the starter, right? I try to look at everyone as games. I need to feel the roles in my adventure party. Mechanic is definitely on the list. Yeah, mechanics should be on the list. My brother was the mechanic. Rob he owned Smokey's auto repair, and he was a mobile mechanic, man. And I kind of picked up some stuff from him. Ellie, it sounds like the fuel, though, have we got fuel in it? It does say it has fuel in it. I didn't even think to look. No, it says it has a half a tank of gas right now. It says a half a tank of gas, so I'm assuming it's got a half a tank of gas. It might be the fuel pump then, right? I don't. We'll spend some time trying to figure it out. If you guys don't mind hanging out with me and trying to help me figure it out for my brother, that'd be great. Like I said, sounds like no gas. It does sound like no gas. That's what's it's worrying me about the fuel pump. Is there a check engine light on? Engine gauges, airbag. Would that light be on? Would that light be on anyway? Check gauges, service engine soon. Shouldn't there be like? You'd have to start it to. How could you get a reading from a scanner without? You know. Because I don't even see a check engine light on, but I don't even know if that would come on without it starting and running. It got no gas in it, Tree Farmer says. It does, James. It does have a half a gallon of gas, or a half tank of gas. Look, I'll show you guys. This is what I mean when you put auxiliary on. It's it's showing a half tank of gas. Oh, wait, let's see. It just did something weird before. Oh. It sounded like it was like, like it was almost wanting to start. But yeah, but that gas gauge did some weird stuff. It was like, it like jumped up and bounced around. Like maybe the gas gauge was off and it is empty. Maybe it might be empty. Maybe I should go get some gas. Maybe I should get some gas. Spark plugs could be. It's, my brother's not too much of a mechanic, and neither, he's less of a mechanic than I am for sure. He's the tech guy, so he has no clue. Doodly doo. Sparks. We could talk to him about when the last whatever. Loose wires, Lady J, good call. We're gonna get under the hood here in a second and start fiddling with it. Now that I've kind of shown you guys what it's doing. And again, anybody who got any mechanics out there who might be able to hop in and give us some, I'm farmer in festivals life. I basically live in a festival for 3 years. You want at least 500 spending cash just in case, and a secure way home. That's a good call there, Gaiman, for sure. We're talking about you definitely want to make sure you're taken care of. You can afford as much food as you want, or even bring something to cook. Bring a cooler full of food and some stuff to cook. I live minimally, so I could bring $100 anywhere and be fine, because I'll go get a bunch of ramen and boil water and survive. Ellie, I have an idea of what it could be. Please, Ellie, express to us. Pull spark plug wires, see if the sparks. Use a little starter fluid, start the vapor lock. So I don't have any tools. I'd have to ask Sally. Let's start at the simplest stuff. I'm going to check some connections underneath the hood and make sure nothing's shuck loose and they're losing a little electric. I'm going to start by hooking up the battery. I get a little weird about pulling plugs because I don't know why I've always had anxiety about plugs. Like I'm going to strip the heads, because I guess that was one of the biggest things Al said. I never touched that. Rob used to do that, and a couple times we had to do plugs because it's like softer metal, and like I feel like I'm going to strip the heads. I never really got comfortable with the spark plug thing. Check if it's got fuel in it. How do I check to see if it, like, tap on the gas tank maybe? How would I check to see if it's actually got fuel in it besides looking at the gas gauge? Check the gas fuel in it and check the spark plugs. You're right, Ellie. Stop pumping the gas. You're right. It's not working. You're right. 110%. I need to stop trying it. Starter fluid into the spark plugs. Starting fine. It could be a fuel for the spark plugs. A good mechanic is like gold. It is. Could be the pump then. It could be. Lady, where in the world are you? I'm in Indiana, in New York, in the United States, in Indiana. At the moment, traveling from New York to California. Welcome in peace. I would say take care of your brother. Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. Maybe, yeah. Did it start? It did not start. We're still just sitting here. I stopped giving it a try because I was pumping it a little bit, which is probably a bad idea because it is like fuel injected. Probably shouldn't do that. Check the gas. Ellie, I'm going to check the gas. I appreciate that. Let's get caught up on comments and then we'll get back to it. That sounds like clogged injectors. You're right. That's what I'm saying. Some kind of fuel issue, right? Like with the can't you spray the injectors, right? Can't you clean the injectors with a spray? Wales, Ellie, awesome. Yep. I live in 18 months. Get nice to virtually meet you, ladies. Yeah, it's nice to virtually meet you too, there, Doves. And I'm glad that you're, Ellie, Scenic Wales. Lucky lass. I'm glad you guys are communicating. Starting fuel, small amount. No tools. LOL, peace. You have a good one, Ellie. Message rejected. Have you gotten a torch? I might have a torch and some tools here. Okay, we've hit the bottom. WD-40, Lady J, carb cleaner, woohoop. I gaming. I got my car here, so I can get somewhere and get some things. You would use a torch to shade into the... you're talking about like not a torch. You're talking about a flashlight. I think tapping on the gas tank might be a little bit easier than that. Let me do that. Let me tap on the gas tank real quick. We can get underneath it and find something to tap. I got something to tap on it. So here's the tickets, actually. It's funny, there's some tickets sitting here. There's the tickets to the Rock the Bluff Festival. Like I said, you guys will get some tickets if you're up. Ellie, you are from the UK. All right, we got a change into American. Yes, gaming from the UK. Let's see if we can't. I want to go get another cup of coffee, and then if Robbo, I don't know. Well, we're gonna try to put that jumper pack on it first. I highly doubt it's whatever, but we're gonna check connections in the jumper pack, and then we'll go from there. Probably got the door closed, so I'm assuming he's busy with work. We won't bother him. Seafoam's a good idea too, right? Seafoam will clean out whatever might be going on with it. We'd have to get it running to get that seafoam to do its due diligence, right? Fresh cup of coffee. The baby's taking a nap. My niece is taking a little nap, so I'm trying to be a little quiet. Let's go back out there and fiddle with this car. I was hoping that we'd see Crank today. He's a mechanic, and also I wanted to give him thanks for the jumper pack we're about to hook up to this thing, and we've already used it at James's house to fill up his tires, and we've used it to jump a car in Columbus, Ohio. There was a gentleman that was stuck at the Planet Fitness I was at. Took a shower and was just sitting there watching some TV, having my dinner, and that gentleman he was trying to start his car, and I could tell his battery was dead, so we hooked the jumper up to it. So yeah, big shout out to Crank for giving us this jumper here, this cool jumper pack. It's got a jumper pack on it. It's got some cool stuff going on. Might have to plug it back in. I've used it a couple times. Oh, there we go. A couple times. There's a tester on it. Ooh. It's on medium. It's not on full battery level. Let's try to jump anyway, and maybe we'll plug it in. And gaming, actually, Seafoam's a great idea. I'm actually festival now, Scott. Awesome. I'm excited about having you, gaming. I promise all I'll do is to make it high water. That's all we can do. No expectations, gaming. It'd be great to see you at the Rock the Bluff. Check out the all you gotta do is Google it. It's the only thing that comes up. So yeah, Rock the Bluff should be fun, man. It'd be great to meet you. This is my brother and Sally's home here, surrounded by farmland here in Merom, Indiana. Coffee sounds good. That's cool. The floor was comfy. It's only 10 hours from me. I can. Yeah, that'd be great, man. You can stay at a motel if that's what you're comfortable with. Like I said, if you're comfortable camping, brother, it'll be the end of the. Probably better to have a motel, right? Where's the fucking hood? We're gonna pop the hood here. Oh, that didn't sound like it did anything. What the fuck? Oh, come on. Oh, that's rough. The hood pop didn't sound like it did anything now. Of course, right? Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Shit, man. When it rains, it pours. We can get into the damn thing. The cord is connected. What now? We can't. There's no tension. It doesn't feel like it's not releasing. That is the hood release. Jesus. Well, that's my luck, right? That's all right. We'll keep fiddling. Maybe we can tap the gas tank and see if that's the problem. Oh, it sounded like it clicked back into place. Maybe I messed up. The hotel is luxury, camping is life. A little starting ether. That's a good idea. Get it running. Trying to pull this right into the like where the. Let's take a look. I mean, you can help me kind of figure out where we. I'll get some starting ether, and we'll spray that into the. Oh, sweet! It popped. All right, it popped open. Good. It didn't seem like it was going to pop open. All right. Let's see. Let's get this up. Just give me a minute here. I think the first step is I'm going to try to, I'm going to try to stick that right there. Bam. That'll work. The first step is I'm going to try to hook this battery jumper up. It's on medium, so it still has some juice. But we'll try to hook this up and see if that's the problem. I know it does sound like a fuel issue, right? Not a power issue, but let's do this first, just in case, geese. Get the simple thing out of the way. I'm gonna try to give it a turn and see if that helps. A little extra juice. Take this off, and I think the next idea would be right, some ether into the airflow, right? Isn't that what the next thing we said was? It's a possible sensor that it is. Yeah, this is a beautiful place to be. I mean, a comfortable camping at a festival. If it's going to camp, I'll camp with you. I just mean the day before XD. We'll figure it out. We got months before the festival comes. He left us. I'm right here. Just lay down on the grass. Something to look at the sky and breathe. Position sensor. Let's make sure everything's connected here tight. Seems like the battery... Ooh. Nope, the battery's connected tightly. don't even know what else to check. Ooh, that sensor felt a little bit clicky. That was a bit loud. Sorry about that. I left you in the engine bay when I tried to start it. I would have given the jump another short. It takes a few minutes. You're right. Maybe I should rehook that at. Show us, please. Ellie, show you, please. This is the engine we're looking at. Now, if I were to spray ether in it, it would be into here, right? You'd spray that. Oh, the air pump isn't even hooked up. Look at this. Air pump's not even hooked up. Just want to check to see how the air filter looks. Looks like we got a new air filter in there. When I jumped that other car, I didn't leave it. I just hooked it up, and as I, but it was. You're right though too. You are right though too. What is that? Is it the condenser? That casing is looking a little cracked. I don't know what that is. See that like crack in the casing here? And what is that? It looks like the AC compressor goes into it. It's this. It has something to do with the AC. I think it's just the cover, hopefully, but that thing that's in rough shape. Hopefully, doodly. I don't think there's much more I can do at the moment. Yeah, so I've had that problem in the past where I didn't think it was the battery. Sup, Tommy? But it ended up being just a little bit less power, and I hooked it up to a jump, and it got it going and charged the battery enough to keep running. But it doesn't sound like the battery. You're 110% right. I'm just trying to do my best, keep my hands busy, and hopefully get lucky here. Ellie, yes, we're gonna check the gas. The next step. I got a little. We have to get underneath it. I mean, I can't look down in and see if there's gas in there. I'd have to like get underneath it and tap the gas tank. It says that there's a half a tank. So if there's a half a tank, it's going to sound like there's fuel in it, right? Again, I'm not speaking because I know. I'm speaking. I'm speaking because I'm seeking the truth. I'm seeking to find the truth or something. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic, right? Let's see if we can't. Maybe the fuel tank is. Maybe it is, man. Maybe we should get some gas and throw it in there, because that doesn't sound like there's anything in it. I have to ask Rob. I don't really want to lay on the ground, get all wet. But yeah, listen to this. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm gonna lay on the ground and get a little wet. Who cares? But the gas tank is right here, right? So let's switch this around. There's the gas tank right there, right? Now listen. Yeah, it sounded empty. Whew, and you're right. Yeah, we're slowing down. Let's sip on that coffee. Hang out a little bit. Let's either learn about it too. Well, I appreciate you being here, 366. Like I said, I'm humble. I don't know. I've kept some cars running. The Dodge Avenger. Take a look at the 366. I don't know if you've seen the Dodge Avenger that we had. That got us to Key West and back a couple times, doing the next right thing for a while. The camper car. But check out the playlist. My car, the Galactic Avenger. And you'll see how I kept that thing running with duct tape and love. The sensor wouldn't turn on the pump. If the sensor was broken, you're talking, James? Sometimes I forget to take a minute to recharge and focus. You're amazing. Yes, it's amazing. Oh, did you see the Galactic Avenger? Have you checked out the playlist and really seen how amazing it is? Yeah, ripping out that seats of that Dodge Avenger, cover it in spray paint. You guys in the dice rolling game that we had. I think that the next step here is to get some gas, man, because it sounded empty, right, Ellie? You what do you think? 366. That gas tank sounded empty, man. It could be the gauge. It could be a problem with the gauge on the gas tank, right? That's because it's definitely a fuel issue. Maybe I'll go to the gas station and get some gas, put $5 in it, see what happens. All right, Ellie, we'll talk to you later. I'm going to take off here soon. Remind me of when my family would prep cars for the Derby. That sounds awesome. Crankshaft position sensor. Maybe I could see where that might be at. I could Google where that crankshaft position sensor may be. James, were you the one that said to put some ether into the air intake, right? It would be, if I got some ether, it would be spraying it into this, right? Taking this off, spraying that ether into there and starting it, right? Trying to give it a start. That would like force start it on the ether. They're pretty common in New York too. I've been to a couple demolition derbies. Derbies, for sure. All right, well, we had a good chat today. I'll get in here and sit for a minute and say goodbye to you lovely folks. Hope Sally's doing all right. She didn't pop in. I know she was feeling a little stressed out today, which is understandable. There we go. Is that better? Here in the United States, we were just talking. Everybody, this is what I was thanking you guys. Thanks for letting me know that you couldn't hear me. That the mute was on. Frank's. Frank. Thank you. But anyway, I was about to say the next right thing idea. Maybe I could bounce this off you guys. Tell me what you think. I did knock the sound off. We fixed that already. Lady J, you're a little bit behind the ball today there. We're back. The next right thing, one of the next right things I want to try is to make a little free coffee cardboard sign. So when we do our coffee here in the car as we travel at rest areas, if anybody wants a cup of coffee, we can kind of throw them together a cup of coffee. Engage in some conversation, do the next right thing, because rest areas here in the States have absolutely disgusting coffee. With the car, with the Astro, I really think the first step is to get like a 5-gallon gas can and throw some gas in it. We'll go there because that gas tank sounded empty. I'm with you, Ellie. We tapped that bad boy. It sounded empty. It's got real powerful juice, man. We tried to start. Rob tried to start it 5 or 6, 7, 8 times yesterday. I've tried to start it a bunch of times. It's still cranking hard. So it's got really powerful juice. I'm not going to say it's not the juice or some connection somewhere because I'm not a mechanic, but yeah. Anyway, anyhowsen, couple more minutes. We'll end this conversation the way we started it, on resentments. Do you have any resentments? Do you hold on to resentments? Do you allow them to dictate your emotional state as I do at times? Are you willing to acknowledge those resentments and push forward? Crank, there he is. What did you break? There's an Astrovan, my Rob's Astrovan. Maybe I'll call you here and we can chat a little bit about it. We were just fiddling with it a bit. I was about to check out of here. It's turning over power with a lot of strength and power. It sounds like a fuel issue, I think. I tapped the gas tank and it sounds empty. Any other ways we could check to see if there's really gas in it besides looking at the gas gauge? I turned the knob, or I turned the key, and it says there's a half tank of gas in this van. But it sounds like it's not getting any fuel. I didn't, here's the funny thing. Maybe it is me because I guess this van is run fine. Intake. So that's where the air, right? The air flows through the air intake. I could spray it right into there, right? Some ether or something. Push button on fuel line. There's a button on the fuel line, James, to check to see if there's gas. Crank, yes. Please be a little bit more descriptive. Remember, I can't hear you guys' voices. I just get the words, and it's hard for me to. There's a button on the fuel line, you're saying, James. We'll have to look into that. That'll let us know if there's fuel in the tank. If only we could figure it out, Crank. Yes. Okay. So I've got a notebook here. Let's I'm gonna start like a checklist. Button on the crank line. I'll Google that and see where that is. You guys are the best. There's thank you. Yeah, we're working on Miss Ledge's car right now. So it sounds really strong, man. We hooked the jumper cable up to it, didn't do anything different. Lady J said possibly leave it on a little bit longer. That might still be the issue. I tapped on the gas tank. Rob, have you ever had any problems with the fuel indicator? Have you ever had it drop below half? Because it says it's at half now. When you go to when you put it on auxiliary, it kind of bounces around. That thing might have just got off kilter because I tapped on the gas tank with my lumper, and it sounded empty. So too much to text. James, we can chat about it here in a little bit. Crank, spray some straight fluid, starter fluid into the intake while cranking it. Yes, Crank, that's going to be okay. So fuel, get gas. Get out and get gas. We need some starter fluid. So you can spray into the intake. Crank. That is where the air goes through, right? That big hose. I could spray the starter fluid right into that, correct? Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. Pretty sure I've done this before with Rob. And I'm sure I could Google it, but maybe vapor lock. Oh snap, I didn't think it was empty. Yeah, dude, but like there should be, if there's a half, it says there's a half a tank. If you tap on that tank, you could imagine what it would sound like if it was half full, right? It sounds empty. It sounds like you tap on it, you could hear the echo. It doesn't sound like there's any fluid sloshing around in there. Maybe what we could do is I could get you to come out. Another way we could check it is you could shake the van while I'm underneath there listening to it. That's another way to check it out. Yeah, to where the air sucks in, right? So I take off that loop thing, right? That hooks into where the filter is, and that's where the air gets sucked in, and that's where I need to spray the starter fluid. Misled knows. He's not a our tech guy. He's the musician, the artist. He's our computer guy. I'm trying to be his mechanic right now to save him some cash, make sure that he doesn't have to send this thing off. Enough is enough. Should I just wave a magic wand already? You haven't. Why wouldn't you wave the magic wand already, Lady J? Why wouldn't you? If it's empty, you don't want to be pouring the gas. You will get air in there. If it's empty, you don't want to be pumping the gas. You will get you're right. I shouldn't have been pumping the gas anyway. It's fuel injected. I'm thinking. I thought maybe I could force it if it was clogged a little bit. Yeah, that was stupid. You're right. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a mechanic. Trying to figure it out with you guys. I appreciate you, Lady J. You're right. And even if we put gas in it, I'm going to have to get some starter fluid, right? Because I might have pulled air into the lines, and we're going to need to spray that starter fluid into the air intake to get it to pump, to get it to push, right? Again, I'm putting it out there as a question mark because, I've always helped my brother. Rob was the mechanic, and I'm trying to help my other brother with the wisdom that he gave me. If you're empty, you don't want to. Yes. Gotta prep dinner. Good luck. Thank you, peaceful doves. Yeah, we're going to go have lunch here in a minute. Yeah, if he shows half a tank, but the empty, no wonder. Yeah, that's what I'm really thinking here. That's where I'm thinking the biggest problem is. So I'll go get some gas here in a little bit. I'll get some starter spray just in case the line has got some air pulled into it, and we'll do that next as I plug the jumper thing in. But anybody else have any advice for this? I mean, we're chatting about it. We're trying to, simple as the gas gauge isn't working. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the gas gauge isn't working. You guys heard me tap on the tank, right? Like, it sounded empty to me. Like you would have some kind of like sloshing mufflage kind of sound to it. It wouldn't just sound echoey and empty if there was any fluid in it. Sound like it was empty. And again, I might be tripping. I'm not a mechanic. Yes, sir. In there, or get a. You're right, Crank. We got to make sure that you yell slurs at the vehicle as you work on it, so it knows who's in charge. Wait, what's not true? What are we talking about? I don't know what's not true. Ellie, I ate 2 mouthfuls. That the pumping as in. Yep, crankshaft sensor. Yes, James is the sensor is something that we'll look into after we put some gas in it and get some starter fluid and see if that doesn't help here this afternoon. The next thing will be the sensor, James, for sure. Crankshaft sensor will be the next thing that we check into. I mean, it could be the fuel. It could be the pump, the fuel pump in the sending unit. It could be the sending unit in the gas tank, right? I mean, it could be a lot of different things, man. But I'll write down crankshaft sensor as on our possibilities of things to kind of roll through and check out. I'm an expert in nothing, just getting straws on the way. Me too, Lady J. I'm a jackass of all trades. Like I said, I've kept some cars moving, and I think that, if this car isn't starting, we can figure out a way to get it started. I believe that. I don't. When it comes to vehicles, in this moment when I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, invigorated and excited, and they're alive, right? It's, I'm willing to put the effort in, especially for my brother. I feel like I could put to good use. I feel like this is a sign for me to kind of stick around for a little while. We got to listen to the way that creator's creation lays out before us. This has never happened before. It's part of the sign, right? To slow down. Rob said something about this being a vacation, take it for what it is. And I was like, no, this is me getting out, but and getting moving and pushing past. But yeah, maybe it should be a vacation. I spend a little time with my brother. Do the sensor first. Yeah, but the sensor's probably like $60. We'll try to avoid that. Here's the thing: I could put in $5 worth of gas and spend $10 and $5 worth of gas and and that starter fluid. That'd be our cheapest thing, right? The sensor is gonna. I could Google the sensor, the crankshaft sensor. I'll Google that and see what it'll cost us. Maybe I'll pick one of those up too and swap it out just to do it. Because you're right, it could be the crankshaft sensor, without a doubt. You're right. Go down the list, James. I appreciate you, brother. I'm going to Google that and see what the cost of that crankshaft sensor is first, the sensor, and see where it is, right? If it's something easy to swap out and it's relatively cheap enough, maybe we'll do that first. TBH, I don't get how I haven't ate much then. Sometimes it's... Thanks, James. We appreciate you, brother. I'll hang on a minute then. See what that cost of that crankshaft sensor is. It probably really is. It's probably like 20, 30 bucks. You know, I'm sure we got a gas tank around here somewhere. We can get some gas. I'm sure there's like an Advanced Auto or something. I probably have to go up to out of Merom. There's not really much in Merom, Indiana, but well, stress too, Ellie. I know it sounds like you're going through a lot and you're feeling emotional. So stress will impact your eating habits. I know that when I left the house, I was going days without eating and I didn't care, and then I would just eat because I had to, and I had no appetite. And then all of a sudden I'd be, for a day or two, I wouldn't be hungry. Then I'd be starving. And it's like, then I'd eat a little bit and I wouldn't be able to eat anymore. And our emotional state has a lot to do with stress. Normal, I stress to eat. Maybe it's hitting you a little different. I don't know. But yeah, take it easy. You get a couple small bites and you drink some water. Yeah. And we're going to stick around for just a little bit and see. It's not that I don't eat normally. I'm working. That's one of the things I'm working on. Is the only reason I'm saying that. I haven't been eating normally in a long time. A good breakfast this morning. I wanted to say, it's weird. I usually say no to food until I'm starving. You got to stop doing that. That ain't good for you. That ain't good for me. Feeling blessed in this moment despite the struggle. 12 to 30 bucks. That ain't bad. Yeah, I'll have to look into that then and see. Maybe I'll just pick that up for 12 bucks. Swap it out. Crankshaft sensor. I'll do a little Google on it. Can't be that hard. Sounds like me. Yeah. Well, it's time to start saying yes, right? And like this morning, Sally made some amazing biscuits and gravy that got me eating. A couple cups of coffee. It's about lunchtime now. We'll probably do some lunch here soon in a little bit. It seems whatever. Maybe when I go out and get some of these supplies to try to get the car running, I'll get something to munch on for everybody or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. 12 to 30 bucks. That's what you mean, right, James? $12 to $30. We'll get the cheap sensor. If it's only 12 bucks, then might as well get the sensor, right? Get the sensor, the gas, and the starter fluid. If Sally doesn't have it here, she might have some spray starter fluid here. Yeah. I'm with you on that. We got to start eating, keep fuel in the tank. That should be one of those things. If you're out there in YouTube land, double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. Join the turtle herd. Open, honest communication, appreciation, and hope. Do you hold resentments is the question of the day. We'd love to hear from some of you guys out there, please. Any and all of you, our new friends out there in YouTube land, or our OGs of the turtle herd. Please help me out. Help me feel a little bit more comfortable where I'm at, because I stress because I feel like I hold too many resentments. Wow, smart driving is awesome work. 12 to 30. Smart driving is awesome work. 12 to 30. I think I'm a little lost on what we're talking about, James. 12 to 30, Ellie? Am I confused? I'm confused. I'm easily confused. 12 to 30, is that the price of the sensor, or smart driving is awesome work? Are you talking about spark driving or door dashing? 12 to 30 bucks. I know we talked about that. I hold resentments. Thank you, Ellie, for admitting that, because I do hold resentments to myself as well. Mostly myself. Mostly to myself for the expectations I put upon myself. I'm feeling free from that resentment in this moment because I'm expressing it, knowing that it'll come back around and bite me in the ass, and that sometimes they're harder than others. The part is 12 to 30. Okay, yeah. Smart driving is awesome work. I don't know what you meant by smart driving is awesome work. Is kind of what confused me, James. Yeah, no, it is hard to admit. I hold resentments against what I think the world should be. What I think I should be and where I think I should be and the way I think it should go. I have a hard time of letting go of this resentment that I hold upon myself. Get yourself something to munch on there. I'm going to munch on some cashews. James, thanks again, brother, for the provisions along the way. But yeah, I'm glad we could have this conversation today. I'm glad you guys could be here. I think we're on the right track with the van. Slow and steady, man. Slow and steady. I'm not going to rush it today. It is a hard thing to admit, right? And to evaluate those resentments so we can set them down. To be okay with who we are, despite what we expect from ourselves. For me, it breeds a lot of resentment. Oh, the spark driver now. Yeah, brother. James, I highly recommend. I know that you're content there in your little bubble, but I really think it'll help you and your connections out to get out there. Man, maybe you'll take one order, maybe you'll take 50, maybe you will never take any. But we can get out there, do some DoorDash and pay for your lunch. Yeah, I was looking at the element. Scott, would you be sad if I punched the kid in the face who asked? I would be disappointed, Ellie, if that was your first response. Yeah. I wouldn't be disappointed if you were backed against the wall and you had to do what you had to do. I wouldn't be disappointed if you took every other step beforehand and made sure you had the conversation enough times to where it was justified. But I don't think you're there. I think you're far away from that place, Ellie. He shouldn't be being inappropriate with you. He shouldn't, whoever this kid is, shouldn't be treating you the way he is. But you need to try to do it the right way for a while first. What the right answer is for you in any moment can change, right? I don't want to say that violence is ever a good thing, but so I would say be open and honest with the people around you. Start there. It's been almost 3 weeks. You got to continuously speak to your teachers, speak to your parents, let them know how much it's bothering you. You don't even want to go to school. That's crazy. How this kid thinks it's funny. And but know that taking care of yourself and protecting you is the most important thing, Ellie. As an adult, I can't tell you to take physical action, but you take care of yourself, protect you. And you're right. The school is meant to protect you. You shouldn't have to be dealing with the emotional consequences either, Ellie. We actually just mentioned that today. The emotional consequences can be, emotional abuse it holds on a lot harder, a lot longer. A physical abuse, I was saying as a child, has barely any effect on who I am as an adult. The emotional abuse, verbal, and otherwise, has caused me the need to put the work in that we put in here. Damn straight, Ellie. Thank you. I'm glad you're taking the positive steps. Glad you're doing the right thing for yourself. It sounds like your parents are willing to step up and do what needs to be done if the school doesn't take their time or doesn't take it seriously. Anyway, not a long one today. I'm glad that we could kind of catch up. I'm glad that I could find myself in the flow of things so we could have this conversation. And we'll do my best to drop resentments today and expectations. And thank you, Gaiman and Lady J and Ellie and James for helping me understand my value today, helping me reflect so that I don't have to fall into that sense of anxiousness, helping me to understand my value, because that's what this is all about, right? Understanding our value through open, honest communication, letting it go, setting down the boulder of pain. And it's a true blessing to know that my father's wisdom can help us all grow, despite the fact that at times I feel like I have no bearing to express his wisdom due to my self-loathing. But here in this moment, I could set that down through open, honest communication. And all right, Ellie, we'll stand up against anxiety and not allow that to determine our next move, right? I like that too. We're not going to stress about things we can't handle, that are out of our control. It's a good call, Ellie. It's a good call. With that being said, thank you guys today. Lady J says I got some scared sometimes. I'm scared to move a muscle, but people like you guys give me the strength I need to try to fix it. Damn straight. And I'm with you too. I can open honestly admit that, Lady J. Oof. There are times where I'm paralyzed by that anxiety and this the reality that I've manifested through this emotional alchemy, this negative place I find myself in. I'm paralyzed by fear and resentment and expectations and lack of purpose, where I just don't move, right? That's what we're fighting against. So I've been fighting against. That's why I'm taking this leap. It's ludicrous. New York to California on $100. Well, we've already exceeded my greatest expectations by being able to see some good friends, and where we're at financially is a beautiful thing, and we're going to keep doing the next right thing. As I implore you to do the next right thing out there as well. Lady J, I'm really excited that we can help you get up and get moving. If you're out there paralyzed by fear, know that there's freedom on the other side of it, and that doing the thing may not necessarily alleviate the fear and pain and angst of the addiction you're fighting, or the emotional abuse you put yourself through, or the anxiety that you suffer, the depression that you're trudging through. But one little small step will allow you to take another and another. Hydrate, wash that ass, get up and know that you're worth it. Tell yourself you're worth it. Blow out that candle of fear and resentment that causes you to indulge in those lies that the whisper tells you, right? This darkness, this thing that is farther away from the light than you could ever be, this thing that we all fall into, this thing that does have value if we allow it to help us grow, right? Looking back at it on the outside of it, I've learned a lot about myself and gained a lot of compassion. I'm able to be here with you in this moment and express myself because of the struggles I've gone through. I'm able to be here and kind of, help my brother try to diagnose what's going on with his car, because I've dealt with POS cars my whole life. And, and despite the fact of not being a mechanic and being kind of whatever, we could start simply together. And you guys are able to help me with that too. And it means a lot. We are sending love to you, Ellie. Thank you for stopping in again today. Whew. With that being said, slow and steady. I'm gonna get in there and chat with my brother a little bit. We'll get to the gas station, get some gas, get some ether or some starter fluid, and a crankshaft sensor somewhere. We'll start there. Yeah. Don't forget. Sent you a video. I just seen it pop up. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. I'm sure that crankshaft sensor is pretty relatively simple. Guys out there, send some prayers. We get this van running for my brother. Misled Utopia. Check out the website. Check out the Rock the Bluff. It's just one Google search away. It'll pop up. And yeah. It's going to be a good time. Everything's going to be okay because we're going to make it together. Everything's going to be all right, despite the struggle we might feel in any given moment. The pain isn't ever going to be completely behind us. Something's going to happen. Life is going to find a way to creep in and seed those resentments once again. And we're going to have to remind ourselves of this medicine that we found in this moment together. Hashtag rock the bluff. With that being said, love your faces. Glad you stopped in. Keep pushing forward. And I'll see you guys again soon. I'm off like a herd of turtles.